friends, today I'm going to do my reading rush TBR. So I wasn't really sure if I was going to participate in the reading rush, but because I am so excited about earning badges through reading, I have decided, yes, I am going to participate. Actually, if you count all of the booktube-a-thons, and I mean, it's technically still the same thing, it just has a different name, which like, whatever. But if you count all of the booktube-a-thons, this is my 7th time participating, which does make me feel a little bit old. Not gonna lie, but also is just really cool and really amazing. And I'm so glad that throughout the last couple of years, it was always happening around a time where I had a lot of time to read, as I have this year. So I'm just really, really looking forward to making the most out of that week. I'm not yet sure if I am gonna vlog. Honestly, I'm still feeling a little bit shit. Not like mentally, just I feel very like emotionally vulnerable and just like really a little bit anxious and stuff. So I am not sure if I'm going to be in the vlogging mood, because when I vlog, I want it to be like something that I'm like really excited for. And I'm just really feeling, I would love to daily vlog, because I think I daily vlog for the last 3 years and I've always loved looking back at those vlogs. But we'll just see. I'm filming this a little bit early. By the time you're seeing this video, the reading rush starts tomorrow, actually. So maybe by the time this video is up, I am feeling much better. Anyway, we'll see. I'm just gonna spontaneously decide. Maybe I'm gonna do like a weekly vlog. I don't really know, but we'll just see. Whatever. I am just gonna get into my TBR. I've kept it, well, I didn't keep it short. I wanted to say I kept it relatively short. If you look at the amount of books I did, if you look at the amount of pages, I did not, honestly. But I wanted to make sure that I have books for all 7 of the challenges, and then I will just see whatever else I'm in the mood to read, I will just read. But these are just 4 books that fit well with the challenges that were kind of on my TBR anyway, or that I've been really looking forward to reading. And so I just thought this is kind of the best choice. And then we'll just see whatever the week brings. Maybe I'll read some graphic novels, surely at least an audiobook. So I think at the end of the week, I will definitely make it to 7 books, because that's just what I do. But for now, let me get into what I have chosen for the challenges. So the first challenge is to read a book with purple on the cover. For this one, I have chosen, and we can discuss this, but also don't discuss this. I've chosen Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. Now, if you look very closely, this color right here is very purple, in my opinion. It's like a dark purple, but it is purple. So I've decided to go with this one because I've been super excited to read this, and I just really I didn't want to choose like random books for this one that just kind of fit the challenges. I wanted to make sure that I choose books that I've been really actively wanting and meaning to read anyway. So I just had to make this one work, you know? The next challenge is to read a book in the same spot the entire time. I usually read on this chair right here anyway, but I have a shorter book coming up later on that I will probably use for this one. Or it will be a random graphic novel, I don't really know. But again, most of the time I read on this chair anyway, so this challenge should not be a problem at all. The next challenge is to read a book you meant to read last year. And this is really fun, because not only did I mean to read this book last year in general, I also actually had this book on my booktube-a-thon 2018 TBR, and I didn't even really realize that I already had chosen this book. This is actually on my monthly TBR as well, and I had already chosen this to read it during Reading Rush. And then when I kind of tried to make the books happen with the challenges, I was like, holy shit, that is such a funny coincidence. And that is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. I put this on my monthly TBR because the Books with Friends book club that is hosted by Chloe and Spence is reading it this month, and so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get to this before Reading Rush, so I'm just gonna put it on my Reading Rush TBR and see if it fits for any of the challenges. And then I saw the one where it said meant to read last year, and I was like, that is pretty funny, because again, I actually wanted to read this in last year's booktube-a-thon. I put it on my TBR and all, so let's see if it actually happens this year. Then the next challenge is to read an author's first book. For this one, I decided to go with The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily M. Danforth. Now, you might already be able to tell that this also fits for some of the other challenges, but I'm gonna get into that when we get there. This is something that I don't think is the best readathon book because I know it's pretty hard hitting, but then at the same time, I just really want to read this so bad, and I just really want to have this experience, and I feel like this is such an important piece of queer literature. I just really need this to like almost have it like in my repertoire, to just kind of have read it and kind of really like know and feel, and I don't know. So it's gonna be intense, but still looking forward to it. The next challenge is to read a book with a non-human main character. Now this one I might buddy read with Melanie, but we haven't really talked about it, just briefly by the time that I'm filming this, so I don't really know yet, but she had this on her TBR, and so I thought this was a good choice because I didn't really know what to read for this one anyway. And this one is All Systems Red by Martha Wells. Now this is something that Melanie gifted me for Christmas, and I was struggling with like a non-human main character anyway. So when she told me she had this on her TBR, I was like, this is perfect. So hopefully we'll buddy read this together. This is also perfect because it is super short. I think it's like a novella. So, you know, especially looking at the length of the other books I have on my TBR, this is just perfect. So I'm definitely going to read this, and hopefully we'll buddy read it with Melanie. The next challenge is to pick a book that has 5 or more words in the title. The Miseducation of Cameron Post is exactly 5 words, and then you might have guessed it, the read and watch a book to movie adaptation is also The Miseducation of Cameron Post. I don't really watch a lot of movies anymore. I just have so much other stuff that I like to do that movies are just not really a thing anymore that I do. But this is definitely something that I think would just be a great opportunity to watch the movie. Honestly, I have no idea where I can watch the movie, so I probably should have looked it up before putting this book on my TBR. But then again, I also think that there's probably not a lot of other books on my TBR that have a adaptation. This is probably one of the few ones that I have anyway that fit for this challenge. So this one just has to work. But then again, I think 2 years ago we had the book to movie adaptation challenge in there, and I just did something random. I think I read Peter Pan and then watched like one of the 1000 retelling films. So I will always find a way to make the challenges work. Don't worry. And I will read 7 books. That's just how I roll. Like, if I do this, I do it 100%. And I will make sure I will do all of the challenges, and I will make sure that I will read 7 books. However, I might make that happen. Last couple of years, I also always tried to read 300 pages a day. Honestly, not really trying to put that pressure on myself this year because I, again, just feel weird. And I don't really want to do that to myself. Obviously, that would be great. But I am really not someone who reads that much in a day at the moment. So I don't really foresee myself doing this. But obviously, in the back of my mind, this is always a challenge. Like, whether I actually say I'm going to do it or not, this is something that I like subconsciously always try to achieve. So we'll see. If I read a lot of graphic novels, it's not that impossible. So I don't really know. But yeah, that is my TBR for the Reading Rush. I am really excited. I will leave the link to my Reading Rush profile in the description down below. So if you want, you can add me as a friend and we can like motivate each other and look at each other's progress and all of that. And yeah, let me know if you are going to participate, if this is like your first time, or maybe you're also already have participated a couple of times in it, and just share all of your excitement with me. And yeah, I make new videos every Wednesday and Sunday with occasional reviews on Friday, so click subscribe to never miss anything and hit the little bell so you get notified as well. And thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!